Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. It's been a while. Yeah, I haven't been on here in a long time. I was finding it more and more difficult to find the time to stream. I've got two little kids. I've got two little kiddies, and bedtimes as the second one gets older, bedtimes are just becoming really difficult. So I was finding it very difficult to jump on and stream consistently. And what that means is I'd made a lot of progress trying to speedrun the game, but I haven't played it in a very long time. So all that progress is, I won't say wasted, but I'm definitely going to be rusty. As in, not only have I not been streaming, I haven't been playing. I haven't even switched it on. So effectively, the last time I played was the last time I streamed, which God knows when that was, months ago. It might have even been 2 months ago. So this stream is going to be basically me... One sec. Yeah, basically me going over using a save manager. I've got a save manager and I've got save states every single boss, which is how I used to practice before I was putting runs together. So the plan is to use that save manager to go from to boss rush effectively and practice the strats and the scripts. So I'll probably do it in order, do it in chronological order, and basically just crack on. I haven't got a set criteria as to whether how many times I feel like I need to beat the boss before I move on to the next one. Just when I kind of feel like the strat is back in the fingers and in the brain. So I won't say that I need to beat it a certain number of times, but we'll see how we get on with that. Also, in terms of the volume, please let me know. I think this is the first time I'm streaming with this new mic. I've got a mic and a mixer now, so I can use an XLR setup, even though it does look like I'm covered in bloody wires, but hopefully the sound quality is better. But because of that, I have no feedback onto the balance of the sound, so tell me if my voice is too loud and the gameplay is too quiet, or vice versa, or whatever. I rely on the feedback because I won't know anything's wrong unless somebody tells me, so feel free to drop it in the chat. Anyway, I think that's all the chit chat out of the way, so we'll get cracking. Actually, I say that I didn't have the save loaded at the correct boss. Cool. Let's crack on. Wonder how much of this is going to be in the muscle memory. Not much, it seems. I don't know why I've got the I don't know why I've got my splits live in the corner. You can ignore those, I'll get rid of them in a sec, because I don't think they're going to come into play. I mean, you never know. Best case scenario, we figure out my muscle memory is brilliant and I can just start doing runs. I do think it's unlikely though. Well, I missed the first parry then anyway, obviously, as you saw. But there is a backup strat if you miss that parry. And that is to roll out and try to parry the next one, but fuck that up as well. So... Alright, that's a good omen. That snout smash, I think, is a good omen. Am I in the right spot on here? Maybe I need to be there. that's going to be far enough. Is that going to be far enough? No. Well. Well, we got a couple of parries off there, didn't we, chat? Which is better than nothing, I guess. I need to get used to this new mic as well, because the boom arm is kind of like, it's hard to tell on stream, but it's basically like in my peripheral vision across the screen. So I'm going to blame my shit play on that. Okay? We got him. Cool. That wasn't too bad. Felt okay. Let's have another go. That felt alright. Thing is, that strat's actually very simple. It's 2 button presses, basically. Obviously, there's more to it than that. Positioning and whatever else, but it's not difficult, put it that way. Just a note as well, there's a lot in this speed run. There's a lot between the bosses that needs practice, kind of, but I figured this was a decent place to start, because a lot of the like runs between bosses are complicated. Oh, I thought I'd nailed that. Oh well. You can see my concentration face coming out, can't you? Maybe a good rule of thumb will be if I do it twice in a row. What do we think about that? Twice in a row, I think, you know, 2 to make it true. All that. We'll go with that. So we move on to the next boss when we complete it twice in a row. So we're currently on 0. Well, that's 1. Right, 1 more. Hope everyone has... oh, fucking hell. You can tell I'm out of practice for streaming. I've also had a little bit of a smoke. To calm the nerves, but it also may be causing my dexterity to be less than perfect. Got it? Hey, look at that. It's like I never left. Right, next. In my head then I was trying to come up with a funny, what's the phrase where people say like, don't say welcome back because I never left. That I was trying to do something like that and be like, whee! But I couldn't think about it. I couldn't think of it. So I just sat here in silence. Welcome to my channel, Entertainment 101. Right, DTS. Okay, so next up we have, so actually, I don't know why I reset. I could, if I'm going chronologically, I can just carry on. Anyway. Wrong thing. Cool. So next up we have 2 bosses. I don't have 2 splits for this, so it's basically Darrowil straight into the tree sentinel at the very beginning of the game. So imagine I've just beaten DTS. I've just come and sat here, or I've just lit this bonfire. And then we go over here for Darrowil and Tree Sentinel. So I don't know whether I have to do the double twice. Not sure. There's also a bit of menu in here, which is a bit annoying, which I have to do every single time. What is it? 15, 23, 12. So this is the thing, that all this little menuing and swapping and changing, like all of that used to be in my fingers. So I used to be able to like do all that without thinking about it, and I can't do it anymore. Some of it's still there, and I'm hoping, I did some of the bosses literally hundreds of times, so I'm hoping it'll just come back without me thinking about it too much. Cool. That was a first timer. I was saying earlier when I was practicing, maybe I don't use a blood grease on that fight, because it does speed it up, and when in the full run obviously you would, because you want it absolutely optimal. But it means that if I die, basically, I'm not at a point where I'm not dying to the bosses that I need the blood grease for. And once I've run out of blood grease, effectively that's run over. I can't talk and do this at the same time anymore. Interesting. Well, got an AI break there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so for Darrowwill, the optimal strats, because you get 3 blood grease per run, is it? Or maybe 4? It depends because it's RNG, but basically you usually get enough to use a blood grease on Darrowwill, on Radahn, and then on Morgott. Sorry. But it's because I'm so used to the strats and the kind of scripts of the game, it's effectively a run killer if I die once, because then I will have used the blood grease, and then I can't, the strats don't work without the grease for the damage increase, if that makes sense. But if I don't use it on Darrowwill, the Darrowwill strat doesn't really change, and it just gives me an extra opportunity to use it if I die to either Radahn or Morgott. And when I was doing full runs before, even though I never completed one, the 2 big kind of run killers are... What's that sound? Are you getting a weird sound? That's not good, is it? Hold on. Hello, hello, test, test, test. Hold on, I might have to close the game here. It's not the game. Are you getting that? Is that just me? Hold on. Sorry about this, gang. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm just trying to sort out this audio issue and check it's not just, and hopefully it's just me. having some audio problems, but I think I've sorted it out now. What was I saying? Oh, I was just waffling on, isn't it, about... sorry, I closed the game and it wasn't even the problem, so I need to open it again. I was waffling on about... I was waffling on about the use of... How's that balance? Seems okay to me. Anyway, sorry, one sec. There we go. Right, anyway, I was talking about not using a blood grease for Darrowil. But anyway, I completed it once, I think I remember rightly. So this will be the second... This will be the second go. So if I do this, we're moving on to Radon. What I may actually do, though... is I might try... I'll try this one without the blood grease. Because that will... just to see how much worse it is. Because that would... Yo! How are you, Captain? I'm good, how are you? Stream is good, I haven't been on for a very long time, so I'm very rusty. Just 2 extra R1s without the blood grease. Captang, what I was saying earlier was just that I haven't streamed in about 3 months, and I was previously practicing speedrunning Elden Ring, but I literally haven't played the game for 3 months. So I'm doing a boss rush and just trying to practice all the bosses individually, try and dust off the cobwebs, I guess you could say. And the rule is if I beat a boss twice in a row, 2 to make it true, we move on to the next boss. Cool. That's 2 to make it true. So we'll move on to Radon. See, the bots are out in force. Not much has changed since I last streamed. Wait a second. Did that not register the... Why haven't I got the golden halberd? So the reason you kill that guy is to get the golden halberd. There it is. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Right, so as I was saying, I think before the audio issue happened, Radon is like the first big run killer. Then it's Morgott, and then it's Fire Giant. So, that's another one you need the blood grease on for. So basically, those are your kind of major milestones. Right. When I was practicing earlier, did you see that? I literally got a fucking, sorry, a bloody frame drop literally as soon as I was about to press jump. The exact same thing happened earlier. That's some BS, that is. Same again. What is going on, man? This is what I mean when I was saying earlier, I'm doing a boss rush to practice all the bosses, but when I've got them, we're still far from ready to run it. Because there's so much in between, little skips and optimal pathing. I think that's good. Yep. See, look, now I've got 4 blood grease because I didn't use one on Darrowil. Which means I can die once and I can still complete the run if I die once on the other 3 bosses that you need it for. Fucked it. See, this is the thing, like, I've already fucked this fight up, I think. Well, let's see. This could be, we could be here a while, chat, because this is the 2 to make it true. And obviously I can't talk and play at the same time. Do you know what I also want to get rid of? Where is he? I want to get rid of that. Probably didn't even notice. Wanted to get rid of the splits because there's no point. The Radahn strat is very specific. Well, that's wrong for a start. What I mean by that is, like, it has to be so perfect. And when I was learning how to do this speedrun strats, honestly, when you watch people do it, so really you want to one-cycle it, and I haven't done, but at least it doesn't kill the run. Right, so that's once. Sorry, I'm really struggling here, aren't I, to talk and play at the same time. Basically what I'm trying to say is, it's hold on. Test, test, test. Hello! Right, I'm sorry, I've just put in... Let me try that again. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. 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 So I'm putting like an enhanced profile on my mic, and I just want you to tell me if the... Oh, test, test. Oh, we don't. Test, 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 test. Test, test, test. Test. Test, test. So that is doing that. Sorry, I'm just messing about with the hello, test, 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 test. I'm just trying to mess about with my mic settings, so let me know if it sounds awful. Yeah, it's awful. I'm just trying to get it so it, oh my goodness. Hello, test, 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 test. I'm just trying to get it so it doesn't clip when I'm talking loudly. Basically, my software has got built-in profiles, or which you can turn on and off, or I can create my own profile in OBS and just run it native, which is what I'm doing. But it keeps clipping on me. Anyway, what was I saying earlier? I was effectively saying that when you watch speedruns, there is, you know, and I kind of studied it in practice for this, and even then you have no idea when you're just watching like how specific the strats have to be, especially when you watch the really good speedrunners who are like chatting away as they're doing it. But yeah, it's tough. Right, it's not going well already, I can tell you for free, but let's keep going. Right, well, see what I mean there. So basically there's RNG. There's RNG on his opening move. And basically if he crosses his, you want him to cross his swords. And that's how you open the fight, but sometimes he just does a slam, and then you've got to kind of try and bait out the sword cross. But then you're running out of Golden Vow whilst this is happening, don't forget. And then it changes the spacing. Because basically you have to get directly in between his legs as he's walking around when you're wailing on him. And if you're not directly between his legs, then usually you get hit and it's over. So that's the attack you want. And I'm directly between his legs, which is good. So what happened there, which is fucking annoying when that happens, is basically one of your summons blocks your pathing. And it happens a lot. And at the minute, I haven't got a reliable way to stop that happening. So if there's any pros out there, this one's fucked already. See what I mean? So many little tiny things can go wrong. Luckily I didn't use a blood grease, so we are still in the game. But basically, if you get the menu in wrong, so hard to explain. But you have to be, if you have to start retreat going away from Radahn as soon as the fight loads in here, otherwise he will hit you. And if your menu's stuck open, obviously that won't happen. Because he despawns there, you see he's gone in the background. You need to get far enough away from him, quick enough for him to despawn. Right. You should kind of try and bait him here into that attack. And see what happened there was, for some reason, Torrent was started doing a little trot instead of a canter, and I think that's to do with how like sharply you turn him around. And if he's going at a canter, if he's going at a trot, sorry, then you won't be close enough and you'll get hit. Just another thing to add to the list. So if this was a run, basically the run will be over now, because I would run out of blood grease for the rest of the run. If that makes sense. So far, so good. So that was bad because I missed the riposte, so he's got quite a bit of health left. So this could now go either way. Okay, we got it. Woo! Okay, we got one. 2 to make it true. Oh, that was better. I'm quite happy with that, because usually if you miss the riposte, it's really difficult because you're fat rolling, so you're not agile, and I haven't practiced that second phase at all, basically. What I really need to do is get a consistent 1 cycle, but we'll worry about that later. There are a few different strats, so I don't even know if this is optimal, but I've been practicing this one for so long now. See, we don't want that move. Because now I'm outside his leg and I'm going to get hit. See? Yeah. Sorry guys, I totally forgot I was streaming then. Sorry, someone was messaging me. What's just happened? I definitely died. Right, where were we? My bad. I'll try and remember that I'm actually meant to be entertaining people right now. I use the term entertaining loosely before anybody says anything. Okay, died, didn't I? Did I die? Yes, I did. I did. I remember now. No, this happened last time, isn't it? Okay, this is not working, but I'm going to keep going. It's not the full strat. It's not the correct strat, but we try and complete the fight at least. Well, put me in my place, didn't he? I knew this one would be a bit of a toughie. But it needs to be done. Right, I'm feeling good about this one. Think positively. 1, 2, 3, turn, sprint, change weapon, grease. Blue, 1 sprint, 1 sprint. 1, 2, 3, use the blue. Now bait the attack. Got the attack. So that was the same as last time in the sense that, not last time because I died earlier last time, but didn't get the strat right. That is unbelievable. No, that's not what it's supposed to look like. Right, that's 1. Let me just test something, 1 sec. Sick. Just testing my stream deck. I haven't been using it because it wasn't working, but it is working now. Right, we won the last one, didn't we? So if I win this one, we're moving on. Come on, do it. Yes. Well, we missed an R1, so this probably isn't going to work, but we'll keep going. That's really annoying because I was right there for the riposte. Could have got a 1 cycle then, but we're alive. do to make it true?
Wait, I see it now. Humans all lose their wits. That's what I have to say.
I mean, I couldn't even switch my weapons then.
Was my whole existence.
Cool. Cool. Now we are on Margit. Right, in theory Margit's easy. Well, let's just say Margit is easy, but that does not mean I won't get it wrong. The strat's easy, but it's also, like with everything, any little mistake. In theory, if he doesn't jump away... Oh my god, all that happens. Sweet. I was just about to say, if he doesn't jump away, you really can't fuck it up. And then I accidentally backstabbed him, so you're not supposed to backstab him there. You are not supposed to backstab him there. That's what you're supposed to do.
Warrior blood must truly run in the
Sweet. Right, no. There's a run then all the way up to Godfrey. Not Godfrey, Godric. That's really hard. I was going to practice there, but I'm not going to. Because this is meant to be a boss rush. Cool. That's sick. Right, on to... onto this bad boy. Right, that was not remotely the strategy. But we got it done. So I'm pretty sure the strategy is charged R2, 2 R1s, charged R2, 2 R1s. Right, well, I do think we should do that again. Just purely because that wasn't the strategy either time. So doesn't fill me with confidence that I've got that one locked down. And I'm pretty sure it's charged R2, 2 R1s. I'm sure. Charged R2, 2 R1s. Oh, God knows. I don't know how many times I do this before we move on, considering I haven't lost, but I also have not achieved the strat at all. I mean, obviously, ultimately the win is what's important. You've got to be able to win. The strat is to help you win, isn't it? Got myself in a tiz here, haven't I? Because now I haven't done it and I also haven't achieved the strat. So he has got 2 openings though, and that is the harder in my defence. Yeah, I think we just move on, because I think it basically, unless I'm doing the strat wrong, that the L2, the start of the skill, is causing the transition, which I'm sure it's not supposed to. I'm sure that's supposed to stagger, then riposte, and then you wail, and then I think you can even get a 1 cycle. Anyway, what's next? Gold free, is it? Pretty sure it's gold free next, isn't it? I think it's gold free. This one's an absolute pain in the arse.